Hello. Hi, Internet. How are you? I'm just hanging out here, um, doing reading sprints. Gonna wait for everybody's computers to catch up. But hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. Um, I just Monday didn't work out. If I'm being honest. I'm sorry. I'm all discombobulated. But anyway, hi. Thanks for coming out on a Wednesday. Monday, I was in a lot of pain. I had a neck, shoulder, pinch nerve thing, and I couldn't turn my head. And now I can turn my head. It's not particularly pleasant, but I can turn it. So progress. I think I just need to take it easy, which is driving me crazy because not doing things or exercising or something is just making me feel like I'm like a blob. I don't know. So anyway, hi everybody. How y'all doing? Hello. Hello. How are you? Hey Brian. Hello, hello. Hey, how are you? Been a while. Okay. Oh, wow. London and New York. Fantastic. That sounds great. Yeah, it's unpleasant. It's getting better because I can turn my neck. It hurts. But it's not so painful that I can't do it if I have to, kind of a thing. So it's easing up. But yeah, it was unpleasant on Monday at least. But anyway, what is everybody going to be reading today for sprints? Let me know what you guys have on deck. For me, I am reading A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. This is the start of the Veronica Speedwell mystery series. It's also our patron and channel member book club pick for August. Oh God, I go what month is this? So yeah, for August, this is our book club pick. Our book club is going to be couple weeks from now, but I'm gonna read it. I've actually been doing a good job reading this month. I'm not really behind. I'm actually ahead on things. So far, so good. We're gonna try to keep that going. I still have a couple more books left to read that I have to read before the end of the month, and then Guten Tag. Yes, is the German. I'm assuming, unless it's German, right? I was like, maybe Swiss, but Swiss, they speak German in Switzerland. So that just doubled it down. Anyway, hi everybody. How are you? What's everybody reading? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Reading this one. I had it down between two different books, and I figured, well, this one's required reading, so I might as well read it first, get it out of the way. The other one isn't required reading, so I could take the time on it. And I'm on page 27, so I'm not very far in so far. Just the inciting incident has happened so far. But yeah, so it's either going to be A Curious Beginning I was reading today, or Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. This one I was like, well, it's not a required book. It almost, well, oh wow, I didn't look inside of it. That's kind of cool, the end pages. It almost won the poll for a book club book, but it lost by one vote. So I'm not reading that one yet. That's my bonus book because I'm going to try to read both, but this one is official as our book club pick. Has anybody read it or going to start reading it? It's got A Curious Beginnings today from the Ripped Bodice. Nice. LA or New York, because they have a new location in Brooklyn now. Hey, Cassie, how are you? Getting through the Shannara Chronicles. Okay. The Shannara, right? That I think they made it a TV show, right? At one point, am I misremembering? That was a TV show too, right? Anyway, good job of getting through them all. Cruel Seduction from Katie Robert. Ooh, that is on deck for next month for me. So it's coming. That's I don't know, a four-way relationship. It's couple, thruple, quadruple. I guess. I don't know what the next one up is. What is wrong with this thing? I'm not sure. Rebecca Quincy's new novel, self-published indie romance novel author. Very cool. Oops, clicked the wrong button. DNF'd. Ooh, DNF'd about 50%. Okay, well, I mean, so far I'm having a good time. I've only read 26 pages, so. Reread of A Curious Beginning this weekend. You're going to tab and annotate. Okay, you're going to get deep into it. I'm glad you're here this week too. Just sat down with your dinner, made a caprese salad. Oh yeah, it's super hot. It's unpleasant. Like I have a ceiling in here in like the bedroom. But like in the living room area, the living room, dining room area, like there's no ceiling. It's literally like just the roof. Like the house I'm in was like built in the 50s. So it's very old, and like they just didn't put a ceiling in. So it's literally the roof, because when I had to get my roof replaced and they took off all of the tiles and stuff, like when I had no roofing on my house, if I looked up inside my house, I could see the sky through like the slits. It's the roof. So it's like literally an oven. It's literally an oven. So I've been hanging out in the back of the house, where like the bedrooms are and stuff. But yikes, it's just uninhabitable. I need to do something about it, but money is a thing. The Bronx location. Okay. Oh, it's in the Bronx. I thought it was in Brooklyn. Either way, New York. But yeah, I want to go, but I'm all the way in California. I go to the California one, the original, the OG, so to speak. So yeah, but it's really cool that they built another one. I'm like, oh, look at them go! Like, because I've known like B and Leah for so long now that I'm like, I wouldn't say like we're close friends, but like we know each other. But like I'm like all proud of them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are starting a second location. You were so successful, and I'm so proud of you. Like that's like the vibes I get from it. I'm like so proud of them. Working today, vibing to the Barbie soundtrack. Okay, I haven't seen Barbie. I know. I never go to the movies. I want to, but like I just never do. It just doesn't happen. So I'll see it eventually when it's like streaming. Dude, a little too slow paced. Oh, so this one, Curious Beginning, a little too slow paced. There you go. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Okay, so like I was telling everybody, Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. Going to be reading this tonight. I have planned it. I put my goals in to read it over 3 days because I also have editing to do. There's going to be a video this weekend. I'm still editing it. It's going to be a James Bond one though, so I'm pretty excited. And yeah, so I don't want to like overwhelm myself, so I'm going to like read in smaller bits. So I will have this done by Friday. That's the goal. There you go. Yeah, I get cozier vibes out of it just because it's Victorian and like she hunts butterflies, It's giving like cozy vibes. There's a lot of tea and butterflies so far. 26 pages in. I'm not very far into the book. So I can get where it's not like a breakneck pace. Yeah, I usually don't either. I like going at times when like not a lot of people are there. I like that just because like you can't like get people to not be assholes in a movie theater. It's just people are just rotten and gross, and like I don't like it. I haven't been to a movie theater since before the pandemic. Like it's been a long time since I have seen a movie in a movie theater. And I remember the last movie I saw because it was my birthday, which is in February. So February 2020, right before the pandemic happened. And I remember I saw like Birds of Prey or the Emancipation of Harley Quinn or whatever that movie was. I saw that. That was my last movie theater movie. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But I don't know. Eventually I'll get to the movie theater again, I think, but it just not happened. Brooklyn, okay. I know. It's so I'm so proud of them. Like, look at you guys opening 2 locations. That's so great. I'm not really sure what the management system is going to be if someone moved to New York, like if B moved over there or Leah moved over there, but I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy about it. Good for them. Yes. My favorite movies of all time. Okay. I mean, I've heard nothing but like overwhelmingly positive reviews. And even the negative reviews from Awful Dudes are positive in a way. Because it's just like, oh, you hated it. It's probably really good. So everything is widely, getting rave reviews. So I do want to see it. It's just I have no idea when that's going to happen. Realistically, I'm just terrible at watching stuff, especially like long form stuff like movies. I'm much better with shorter form or like episodic things because like it's less time I need to focus. So for ADHD, like having to sit quietly in a movie theater for 2 hours in the dark and silence, I will be dead afterward. Like I don't like how I feel when I get out of a movie. Like I'm not talkative. I don't want to do anything. I just feel zapped of all my energy because I just took so much of it trying not to like be a weirdo. Like so much strength does not fidget around and just be like talkative, and it takes a lot out of me. So it's my own mental issues. Purchase streaming. Nice. I mean, it's coming out sooner and sooner and sooner. Although the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild are on strike, so who knows? I don't know, but it'll come. It'll come eventually, and we'll watch it then. Anyway, on that note, why don't we do a sprint? We've been chatting for quite some time, so let me bring up our duck friend because he's our unofficial mascot of reading sprints. Duck Man. All right, so let's go ahead and do a 30 starting now. Hello. Just a gentle coming back from sprints, everybody. How are ya? That was our first sprint for the evening. And for anyone just joining us, I am reading A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. I got up to page 73, so just like one page into chapter 8 so far. I don't know. I'm only on page 73. I will say I'm not in love with Veronica. Like, I don't know how I feel about her yet. There's still more book to come, but she seems obstinate for the sake of being obstinate. It's just my own pet peeve. So we're going to see what happens. But so far, that's about where I am on it. Oh gosh, yeah, I didn't know there was 35, but I knew like Shannara had like a ton of books, but oh my gosh, 35. Full Moon, The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. Okay, very cool. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Page 37 of the same book. Oh, you're reading Curious Beginning? I forget if you said you were reading earlier, it was something else. Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, first Sanderson read, really like it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I have met Stoker. She is. I'm almost a third. I don't know how much I'm into this. Let's see. My thing will show. I'm 22% of the way through the book, so it's not the best so far. But yes, I met Stoker several chapters ago. He's just kind of a grumpy Gus. They're on a train. They're on the train now. I'll say that. That's not really that big of a spoiler. It's Victorian. Everybody takes trains everywhere. Split Tooth. Okay. So I can get my hold for A Curious Beginning. Ah, there you go. Max out your holds. It happens. But yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna read the whole thing, obviously, but I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. Hey, Luna, how are you? We just started The Changeling by Victor LaValle. Okay. Wanted to read before the Apple TV series. Okay. What did we read? We read something else by Victor LaValle, right? Lone Women. That was one of our book club picks. I'm like, I know that name. Oh, okay. I didn't know they were making a TV series, though. That sounds cool. 21 pages of Cruel Seduction. Love that. So many books. Yes. I mean, I remember there was a TV show that I never watched yet. I'm really bad at watching stuff, especially things with a plot, which seems weird because I read so many things with plots. But like when I get to watching things with plots, it's just, I don't know. I just never get into it. I just want like, junk TV. Like, like I will watch Dr. Pimple Popper or something stupid. Like I just want to see something gross and simple. Is that too much to ask? Like I like watching simpler things, I guess. Mainly because like when I'm watching TV, it just makes like my brain beta waves turn on. So I'm just like just staring and not thinking, which is like soothing for me to just not have to think. But yeah. Also, have it in a koozie. But I got a mango beer today. I'm enjoying it. Golden Road's I think they're sold nationwide, but they're a local brewery out here in LA at least. But this is a koozie. Why am I showing the koozie? But yeah, I'm drinking a mango beer. I've been like in a beer phase lately over wine, which is strange enough. But like I've been like into beer. Like Greg bought a case of Budweiser and like I forgot how like good plain Budweiser was. I was tasting it. I'm like, oh, this is like sweet. Like it's nice. And I'm like, this is like the standard for like beer. You know what I mean? It's like that's the most generic but perfected beer taste. That makes sense. So yeah, we bought a case of it and we've been like drinking through that. And then I bought some mango stuff because I like fruity beers. Whatever. No shame. I love my fruity beers. Really takes off in book 2. Oh, okay. Stoker's Family. Question, Cassie, or anybody who has read the Curious Beginning. Do we get satisfaction in the end of this? Like, do we find out her parent situation? Because if they don't tell me by the end of this book, I will be so upset. Like you brought up a mystery, you solved the mystery. You know, like I don't want to have to like read several books to figure that out. I just want someone to be like, this is what's happening. And so far, everyone's doing that cryptic bullshit where everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to actually say what's going on. I'm going to keep secrets, or I'm going to talk in riddles, and like things will happen. It's like nothing's going to happen besides idiocy. I'm sorry. I'm getting uppity about it. Like it sounds like it bothers me more than it actually does. It's just like, if you know some shit, say some shit. And it's my own pet peeve with like mysteries in general. So I'm just like, I'm only 22% of the way in, and she's like just met Stoker. Like, this is like the next day after she meets him, and they're on a train. So she doesn't really know this guy so well. So I can kind of see it. We'll see. Things need to develop right now. Right now, things are still cooking. Let's see here. Social Creature by Tara Isabel Burton. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could get confusing, especially like sometimes when I'm reading a book, I don't always vibe on names. I just go with like the vibe of the character, and I forget character names all the time. So yes, that could be very confusing. The TV show Silo. Oh, there's so many TV shows. I haven't heard about that one, but I'm glad you finished it. Mango, yeah, I love like a mango. There's some blueberry over here. Love that too. Like, I think Shock Top makes a raspberry one that I'm into, but I haven't seen it lately. Well, I haven't been looking for it, frankly, but it might be out. Yeah, I just want a little mango-y beer. This one is like, it's got a lot of mango in it, I would say. Maybe too much for some people, but it's also like, it's a Belgian, like a Hefeweizen type of thing, which I'm like, I love a Belgian ale. Like, that's my vibe. I don't care. I don't care if they're not very, tough beers. I want like something that tastes good. I love like the Belgian style. So for me, really like it. I wish I knew more about beer in general, because like I know so much about wine and its production and everything, and like the chemistry there. I wish I knew more about like the beer chemistry. Like I know like basics and like different styles, but like, oh gosh, I feel it now. This is my, oh gosh, I don't need another hyperfixation. Like, now that I've said that and I don't understand how it works, like it's going to be like 18 hours of me watching YouTube videos, learning it all. And I'm going to like, feel it coming now. What have I done to myself? Thank you. I'm like, they don't say what's up with this girl and why she's a special diamond in the rough here. I'm like, I will lose it. Very good. A sour beer. Okay. Over the series of Veronica and Stoker's friendship and relationship, mysteries get solved by the end of each book. Yes. There's a mystery here. I'm not exactly sure 100% what the mystery is. I know like there's well, you know what? It says it on the back of the book. That someone gets murdered, and they have to figure out who murdered them, and there's a plot against Veronica for some reason, and it's, I'm assuming, related to her parents, because she's like an orphan, quote unquote. And her aunts moved around constantly when she was growing up, so that might have been also like on purpose, because there's danger afoot. So we'll see. But yes, I'm glad that it's good. I'm gonna have some satisfaction at the end of this one. Okay, you know what? I'm trying to show the comment and it just won't show. There we go. Oh, okay. We have cool stuff. I don't have any questions yet. I think I'm gonna have to do a deep dive and like figure out more stuff so I could come up with better questions. The citrus blue moon. I mean, that's pretty citrusy already. I don't know if I've tried like the specifically citrus blue moon. Like I've added like orange to my blue moon. I don't know if there's a citrus one. I haven't seen it, so like no. I would like to though. Light ale beer girl, very cool. I know you're just gonna enjoy me. Like you're just gonna see like. I always like when I know what's gonna happen and then they don't. And I'm like, I just get to watch it happen. It's like I get to relive it for the first time. So I get it. I would be very excited if our situation was reversed and I had already read this. But I don't know. I want to get to page 114 and on page 73. So I'll definitely hit that in our next sprint. That was the goal. I'm not trying to overdo it in one day. I could read more, but I also have editing to do, which I think I should focus on. Because this weekend, I will have my full recap of From Russia with Love by Ian Fleming. For everyone here, you get the sneak peek. It is the most commercially successful of the James Bond books. And I don't like it a lot, if I'm being honest. Like, it's dumb. It's a dumb book, and I don't know why everyone's like, oh, it's so gripping and like twisty turny. I'm like, it's not. James is a dummy in this book. It's like really James. Like I haven't finished cutting through all of my video I filmed, but like I know a lot of times I was like, damn it, James. Like I was just get so frustrated with him. Like this book it's dumb. It's a dumb book, and I don't know why it's everyone's favorite. So I might get a little salty in my recap video. Also, it's just I don't know how to say it. Astonishingly racist. Like all of the other books have yikes factor in here, and this one's like hold my beer. Oh my god. So this one I don't think it's the best one. I'll say that. But good ones are coming. It's just like I know books 3 and books 4 I love the heroines and they were surprisingly feminist, and then like that went out the window. I don't know. You had like one moment where I'm like, okay, this is a little progressive. All right, Ian Fleming, and then it just goes downhill. I know the next book is Dr. No, and Honey Rider is basically a sex idiot. She's a sexy baby. Does that make sense? Like that's how she is portrayed. She's a sexy baby. So there's that. We'll wait and see. But yeah, I don't know. In this book, it just Tatiana is not a great heroine. We lost all of our cool heroine stuff and just have Tatiana, who's just basically there. She's just there. Anyway, into TV shows, but the other Black Letter is going to be on Hulu next month. Oh, okay. I used to do that too. Like, I don't know. I do like doing that, like reading the source material. But the problem is I never get around to watching the show. I just like, I get tired of it. I'm like, okay, I read the book. And then I'm like, I didn't watch the show. So I don't know. I need to get back into that. I should. Small Cat in Virginia. Okay. I'll have to check. I'll have to check around and see if I can find it. I'm intrigued now. Mm-hmm. Just like you're gonna you know my surprises to come. Movie was a slog. I don't remember which movie we were talking about here. It left my brain. I'm just thinking about beer now because the hyperfixation is taking root. And I worry what's about to happen. But like I had it with wine and then like watches and fragrances and like books and like I hyperfixate. And now I feel like now that I just said, oh, I don't know enough about beer. Oh God. I'm about to learn so much about beer. Oh, From Russia with Love. It is a very, very good adaptation, I would say. A lot of it's like spot on from the book. So the movie is better, I would say, than the book. I don't know if that helps. And the movie is a slog, though. It is really slow paced, but the cinematography in that one, like you kind of have to fast forward a bit because it is slow paced. But when you get towards like the end and they're on the train and stuff, and like just how the shots are like framed, it's so beautiful. Like it's a great film. It is so slow. I'm right there with you, Sloan. Yeah, it's a slow movie. You have to like really be in the mood for it. But I think the movie, the things it changes from the book make the movie better than the book. I'll say that. But it is a beautifully shot film. It's just yeah, and it's less racist than the book, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot we were talking about that. I just got like I got sucked into the beer conversation, so thank you. Anyway, yeah, that I'm finishing editing. I've done the first third of my raw footage. I have 2 more thirds to do. So I'm hoping to finish it by tomorrow. There are okay, I will say the villains in the book are different than the villains in the movie. I will say that because in the book series, Spectre doesn't exist yet. Spectre doesn't get invented until Thunderball, which I think is book 8, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's book 8. So Spectre doesn't exist yet. They're just dealing with like Russian spies. It's called Smersh, which is like a real thing. So it's Blofeld isn't in the book. I mean, yeah, Blofeld isn't in the book. He is in the movie. So different villains, but like the movie and the cat, like the movie, it's like so iconic. So yeah, I would recommend the movie over the book, even though it is a slog to get through. It's more exciting. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole here. Let's do a sprint before I get like sucked down somewhere else. Let me bring back our duck friend. I've been calling him Miles secretly in my brain. I don't know if anyone else agrees because he walks for miles. So this is Miles the duck. I don't know if he has an official name, but I've named him Miles. So let's go ahead and do sprint. 30 minutes starting now. Hello. Gentle coming back from our 30-minute sprint. How is everybody? That was our second sprint for the evening. Again, I'm reading A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. I have hit my reading goal for today. I'm on page 119. I'll probably just finish up this chapter. So I've read one additional chapter today. I'll be on page 125 when I end. So good stuff. But yes, those are reading sprints for today. Feel good about it. I'm glad I got some reading done. Let's see. Hey, John, how are you? First time, Jessa. I'm glad you're hanging out. Agatha Raisin and the Vicious Vet. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Hope you're enjoying it. Hello, ducks. Yes, our duck friend. I've named him Miles, and I've told everybody because I just call him Miles in my head. Turning out to be a thrilling page turner. All right, very cool. Like, I remember when we read Lone Women, I think everybody just wanted it to be scarier than it actually ended up being. So we're going to see. 7% of Love Are Eternal. Very good. 15 pages of Tanner's Scheme by Laura Lee. Very cool, Flora. Hope you're enjoying. I think so. He looks like a little Miles. Miles the duck. That's what I've just been calling him in my head. I name things a lot. It's I just chalk it up to being a weirdo. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just like, I was like mid chapter, so I'm like, my brain is taking a minute to like come back to functioning. Okay, so I'm not alone then. Nice. I name a lot of things. Like, my car is named Ghost. I named it Ghost because it's white, and it was my first new car I ever owned, and I bought it myself. And it was like, literally, I bought it the end of February 2020. So again, right before the pandemic. And it was my first like hybrid. So it's like so quiet when it runs that it sounded like a ghost because it's just white and silent. So my car's name is Ghost. Silver Nitrate. I read that yesterday. I read the whole thing in one day, one sitting. Very creepy, recommended for love. Film history and horror movies. Yes, it is a big like kind of love letter to like horror movies in general. But yeah, I read it yesterday. I read the whole thing, one sitting, because I figured, you know what? Let's just keep it. No, yesterday I didn't read it. I read it on Monday. I read the whole thing. I figured let's just go for it. Why not? I wasn't going to edit that night, so I figured I would just get ahead on reading, so I read the whole thing. Did it. I mean, it did get good and spooky towards the end. It just took a long time getting there. You know what I mean? It was very slow for like the first 2/3. And then the last third comes along and you're like, oh, this is some shit. So it took some time. I feel like the payoff's there, but it took some time getting there. That is the Hulk. I colored him when I used to be a nanny, like a long time ago with a nanny. And we were just coloring, and like, so I did it, and it's been on my wall for a really long time. And I wrote, "Who ate my green beans?" So the Hulk is yelling, "Who ate my green beans?" And it's just stupid, but it makes me laugh. Rosita the 5-seater, nice. Joey's recliner from Friends. I just felt like it took too long, like piecing things together. But yeah, it's like Nazi occult shit. It's guaranteed going to be fucked up. But yeah, it just took so long with her trying to piece things together. Maybe I'm just like spoiled because this does take place in the 90s, like the early 90s. Like people just couldn't go on the computer and Google it. Like that didn't exist really for most people. I think the internet existed. I don't know. I don't know when Google started. I know computers were a thing. But yeah, no, it was weird because they had to like look up stuff and like hunt down books and everything. So I just felt it took so long like getting to the good stuff that I was like, oh, come on. But once we got to the good stuff, it was real spooky. But I don't know where you are in it. So I don't want to give away like spoilers, but like yeah, the last third, like shit gets real. It goes from like vaguely spooky to like, oh, this is some like real magic shit happening. So be aware. It's not like a psychological thriller. It's like, no, there's like shit afoot. Anyway, I don't know where you are in the books. I don't want to give spoilers. I'm very tempted to, but I won't. There you go. You Googled Google. Thank that. Great. No, I think the book takes place in 1993, so definitely no Google yet. Halfway through Split Tooth. Great. Good stuff, Amanda. 30 pages. Awesome work. So yeah. Same. Agreed. I mean, I love horror books in general, and I like horror movies. I've seen a lot of horror movies. It's just like I don't like jump scare movies. You know what I mean? Like I'm not watching a scary movie to be scared. maybe I'm going in with the wrong mindset, but it's just like I don't want to like jump and be like frightened all of a sudden because I think it's cheap. Make your tension better. Like, I don't want to be jump scared. So those horror movies I don't get into very much, but like I've seen a lot. I mean, all the classics, I would say. I've seen like all the classic, staples of horror movies. So I love them. But I'm more into like the books because the books can't jump scare me. Books I'm safe. But anyway, everybody, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me and getting some reading done on a Wednesday night. I think next week I'm going to try my best to be back on a Monday because I don't know. Monday I was just not. I couldn't sit up. So it wasn't going to happen. But yeah, I'll be back again next Monday. Fingers crossed with more reading sprints. And then this weekend I will have a video. So I will see you guys again in the near future. But in the meantime, have a great rest of your week. And I will see you again next week. Thank you for hanging out with me. And goodbye. Goodbye.